Hello everyone, welcome to this video how to enable UFW Firewall on Ubuntu 24. In this video we will learn the correct way to enable UFW on Ubuntu, and we will also learn how to open ports and how to block IP addresses. The command to enable UFW Firewall is UFW enable, but before run this command we should open SSH port 22. Because by default UFW blocks all incoming traffic. If we start the firewall without opening port 22, we will not able to connect to the server remotely. So let's set firewall rule to open port 22. For this command is UFW allow 22. After opening the port 22, we can enable the firewall using UFW enable command. And now firewall is enabled, we can run UFW status command to list firewall rules. And also if you want to disable the firewall, type UFW disable. Now let's see how to open ports using Apache as an example. Right now if we try to access the web server from a remote client, it won't work because we didn't put any firewall rules to open Apache ports. So let's do it now. Apache runs on TCP port 80 and port 443. For this example, I will only configure port 80. To open a port in UFW, the command is UFW allow. For example, to open port 80, we can type UFW allow 80, and optionally we can also specify the protocol. What happens if we don't specify the protocol is that UFW will open port 80 for both UDP and TCP protocols. Since Apache runs only on TCP, we should specify the protocol, and that's the standard way. So now if we check the firewall table, we have firewall rules to open port 80. So let's go and check if client can access the web server. Now let's see how to block IP addresses. For this example, I'm going to block this client IP address from accessing Apache web server. Command to block IP addresses is UFW deny from. And if you press enter here, it will block this IP address from accessing all ports, but optionally we can also specify a specific port. For example, to block port 80, we can type to any port 80, and here any means any destination IP address. For example, if this server have multiple IP addresses, this rule will apply to all of them. So let's check the firewall table now. So now we have a deny rule to block the client, but actually this rule not going to work. I will explain it later. Now if we go and check, client can still access the web server. The reason is that in the firewall table, deny rule is listed after the allow all rule. When a request comes, the firewall see this allow all rule first and let the connection go through. This is usually how firewall works. If this deny rule were to be effective, we have to put it before the allow all rule, and we can do it by using the UFW insert command. But before that, let me run the UFW status command with numbered option. This shows the all firewall rules with their position number. Right now allow all rule at number 2 and the deny rule at number 3. So what we need to do is push the deny rule to number 2 position. For that, command is UFW insert, and then the position we want to add this rule. In this example, it should be number 2, and then the firewall rule. It says skipping inserting existing firewall rule. So to insert this rule, first we have to delete the existing one using UFW delete command, and the rule we want to delete is the rule number 3. Now we should be able to insert the rule at number 2 position. As you can see now, the deny rule at number 2 position and allowing rule at number 3 position. So now client shouldn't be able to access the web server. And that also the end of this video, and here's few more UFW command examples you might find helpful. And thank you for watching.